new head men's basketball coach, Matt Enriquez. And Matt, how does it sound hearing that now?
It feels great. I'm honored, that Dr. Shepard and Coach Coleman have given me this opportunity and privilege to coach this basketball team. I'm excited about working tirelessly to build this program up and, establish a great tradition of Mustang basketball.
And obviously you've been here 14 years now. You know what it means to be a Mustang. How much do you think you can instill that to the team and try to get this turned around?
Just instilling pride, taking pride in the program, taking pride in the university and in the community, and I think having been here so long, I've come to know that, and I want to instill that kind of those characters in our guys.
When you were a player for 4 years and then you were an assistant for 10 years, did you ever think this time would come where you would then take over the program way back then?
Not way back. When I'm playing, I'm worried about winning games, and it's still that today. But you don't think that far ahead when you're that young. You just want to do what you have to do and get your degree, and then move on to the next step. And luckily for me, that the next step is here where we are today. So.
And touching on last year, at least you got some experience with the women's head coach. How much do you think you can use that to help? At least you had some time as being a head coach for a little bit.
That experience was great. Just learning things that you don't really learn as an assistant coach. Something as simple as calling timeouts, calling plays, substitutions, and not just that aspect too, but the other aspects that come with being a head coach. Travel, budget, things of that sort that. When you're an assistant, you kind of overlook those things. So it was a great experience that I'm grateful for. I always remember, my first, I call it year, but it's really, second part of the season as a head coach. And I'll remember those girls that are on that team that, they'll forever be considered my first team.
All right, thanks, Matt. Appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thanks, I appreciate it, Brian. Thanks.